Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you the requirements that you need to apply for a Georgian visa. So I'll be giving you detailed information about each of them. If you're coming in as a tourist, as a student, or even as an immigrant, there are additional documents you might need depending on the purpose of your visit. So if you're interested in getting all of this information as well as a direction of where you can get these information and check it out for yourself, stick around. I also have a freebie at the end of this video. If you want to enjoy all of this, stick around and let's get right into this video. So my name is Adanna. I'm a final year medical student living and studying here in Tbilisi, Georgia. So if this is your first time on this channel, you're so welcome, and thank you so much for all of my returning subscribers. It's always good to have you. If you want to join the family, just click on that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers and I'll be glad if you did that. If you find the title of this video interesting, you might want to check out other videos that I've made concerning application for admissions, step-by-step guide on how to actually apply without an agent. I also have a video where I talked about the cost of living ranging from rent to bills, transportation, all of that in detail. So you also might want to check that out as well. I also have other interesting videos, some vlogs. If you want to look at how Tbilisi looks like, I have some vlogs left, and so yeah, you can check all of those things. So yes, let's get right into the first point of this video. So if you're planning to apply for the Georgian visa, I believe that the purpose of your application has been clarified. If you're coming in as a student, if you want to come in for a visit, or as a tourist, or whatever reason, actually, if that is sorted out and that is out of the way, then that is going to determine what category of visa you should be applying for. So there is the A, B, C, D, and T visa categories. A is the diplomatic, B is the special, C is the ordinary visa, D is the immigration visa, and T is the transit visa. So depending on the purpose of your visit, it will have to fall under any of these visa categories. So now on to our next point. So the first thing you have to do is to go online to the government website, which is www.geoconsul.gov.ge, where you can apply online and fill in the e-application form, which you would also have to print out afterwards. So after that is done, of course, you should have your passport or whichever travel document you need, and you would also need the receipt of the payment for your visa fee. So there are some people that qualify for the visa fee waiver. It's also on the website as well. I'll put a link where you can go directly to that place to check if you are eligible for the visa waiver. But if not, you would have to present the receipt of your visa fee payment. And then you also definitely need a financial statement. So for example, if you're a student, there's no stipulated amount that should be in the financial statement, but I think it's just logical to have at least an amount that can cover your fee for at least a year and upkeep for that duration of time as well. So for you to have a rough idea of how much you need as upkeep, as your upkeep money, that's money you need to spend and take care of yourself for the month, you can check out my video about cost of living, where I broke down expenses and all of that, so you can have a rough idea of how much you might need to spend per month and use that to build up your financial statement. So like I said as well, I also have, at the end of this video, I'm going to let you know how you're going to access the freebie I talked about, where I put together a checklist for all the requirements you need for this visa application, as well as resources that would help you go through this process. So the next thing you would need to sort out is your accommodation. For me personally, what I did was that I did a booking with booking.com. I booked it so that I could cancel it as well when I needed to without being fined. So if you can do something like that, fine. If you're able to get a tenancy contract, I don't know, maybe through an agent, or maybe you know someone here and they gave you an address, yeah, then you can use that as your proof of accommodation. So make sure that what you're booking is something you can cancel at a period of time where you don't have to pay. So the next thing is an invitation letter. So depending again on the purpose of your visit, you might need an invitation letter from the school stating that you're a student and you've been enrolled into the university, and definitely that document will be available only after you've paid your fees. So for some schools, you're allowed to pay a semester fees. Some you might have to pay the 1 year full tuition. I think most schools do that, but it varies. So you get that invitation letter. For example, you're coming to visit, probably if it's a personal visit, maybe the person inviting you might have to provide an invitation letter. If you're coming as a tourist, you might not need that. Maybe you might just have to show like an itinerary. You can just type up an itinerary of maybe places you want to visit or so. I don't know if that is compulsory, but it does not, there is no harm in including that in your application documents. And also, if you're a student, make sure that you have your approval letter from the Ministry of Education. Right, this approval letter is usually, if you remember, or if you've watched my video where I talked about application for admissions, there is a process where your documents would have to be taken to the Ministry of Education to approve the admission that was given to you by your institution. So that thing takes about 30 days. And so you'd have to, after it has been approved, there's a letter they're going to give to you, and that letter is going to be included together with your invitation letter. Invitation letter alone is not going to be acceptable. That approval letter from Ministry of Education is equally as important. Without it, they are not going to give you that visa. So for me, I think they sent it, in my case, I think they sent it directly to the embassy where I applied for, which was in South Africa. So but I know some people that they sent it to them directly and then they used it to apply. So whichever the case, just make sure that that approval letter is included in your application documents. And then if you're a minor, which means if you're less than 18 years, you need a consent letter from your parent or guardian, whoever is taking care of you. They would have to provide a consent letter stating that they're allowing you, or they're aware of your application for this visa. I have a link in the description box where you can access or have like a template. All you just need to do is to fill in the necessary information into it. You can use that as your template to apply or to write the consent letter. I'm also going to be talking more about minors when it comes to application of visa, and especially temporary residence. There's been a little complication. I just got to learn about that recently, so I'm going to share that information with you so that you'll be aware of what you need to do so you don't get stuck at some point. So I hope you are getting value out of this video. If you are, please hit the like button. It's going to help me know if this video was helpful for you or not. And also subscribe if you haven't subscribed at this point. Okay, to my next point, the next document you would need if you're not going to be this. So this is for those that are not applying by themselves. Let's say you have a representative, maybe in form of an agent, or someone is helping you to apply, a parent or whatever, but you're not going to be the one going to the embassy for this application process. Then you would need to draft a power of attorney and present it stating that you're giving that person the power to handle your documents and stand in place for you wherever at the embassy to either submit or to collect the documents back, because you need to submit these documents in hard copy. So finally, if you're in this category of people that have maybe come into Georgia and you overstayed the duration of time you were meant to stay here, and you were illegal in this place for quite a while and you were fined, you would have to include a proof of the payment of the fine that you were being charged with, and you have to include it in your application process as well. So yeah, basically these are the major documents that you need to apply for a visa, for a Georgian visa. A couple of things have changed, especially during this pandemic period, and in order not to make this video too long, I'm going to be speaking about some changes that have occurred in the visa processing during this period of 2021. That's all for this video. I just want to make it as short as possible and as precise as possible, and I hope it has been helpful for you. In the next video, I'm going to be telling you where, now that you have all your documents, where should you apply to, how can you apply, how long does it take to receive an answer, and do you even need a visa or not? I'm going to be sharing all of that in the next video, so stick around and I'll see you in my next one. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Oh, I forgot. For the freebie, there is a link down in the description box. All you have to do is just sign in and download the PDF. It's going to be right there for you. It's a checklist and also links to some of this website that I talked about. You're going to receive it. It's all for free. So yeah, that's my extra bonus for you, for those of you that stuck around to the end. And yeah, see you. Bye.